ask any queries, questions, anything. Chat box will be a friend for today. Can I get a hi on the chat box? Hello guys. Hello Adil. Hi Rishmi. Yep, so it's working. Good. So guys, in the meantime, when others are joining, can you guys let me know what background are you guys from, or a bit of point about you guys? Like, what is your undergrad, or like, what are you doing right now? What industry are you working right now? Some information about you. Do let me know, guys. You can use the chat box for the same. We do have a very interesting session planned for you for today. We have a software engineer with 14 years of work experience. Amazing. We have something very dedicated for people like you. We will be addressing all those towards the end of this webinar. Working professionals in Bangalore IT. Good. We please stay till the end of the webinar, guys. We have some special announcement that I'm pretty sure with the details which I'm getting in the chat box right now. I'm pretty sure it'll be very much beneficial for each and every one of you. We will be starting the session at 6:05 itself, guys. For all the new people who just joined, you can use the chat box for any kind of conversations. If you have any questions, queries, please do ask in the chat box. We will be addressing each and every one of them. We have an amazing speaker for today who will be taking you through everything. Please make sure you use the webinar intelligently. We have a lot more people who just joined in. So, hi guys, we haven't started the session yet. We will be starting the session very soon, as a lot more people are joining in as I speak. Hi, Bhavesh, Mr. Chat right now. So, if you once again, I'll reiterate, if you guys have any questions, any doubts, queries during the session, you have the chat box that will be a friend for today, and you can ask any questions there, and we will be addressing each and every one of them. We will be helping you go through each and everything. And please stay till the end of the webinar, guys. Those who just recently joined, can I get a hi on the chat box? And can you please explain to me what your background is? A little bit, one line explanation about your background, where you're from, what you've been doing, and why you guys want to know about generative AI. Anything, guys, anything, put in the chat box. Just want to have a bit of engagement here. Let's have this as a really good engagement session. For all the new people who just joined in, we are just starting the session, guys. Do let me know why you guys decide to take up something on Gen AI. Why you want to learn more about Gen AI. Just let me know, guys. Hi, Ramesh. People from very different background who are going to benefit a lot from today's webinar, especially towards the end of the session. We will be having something very specific for you guys. Amazing. वो कॉल किया है अभी तो सेम चाहिए था. Yes, guys, we will be starting the webinar very soon. Yep, I think we have enough amount of people right now in the chat. I hope I'm audible to each and every one of you. We are starting the session right now. So, hello everybody, and welcome to our session on Generative AI Explained, an overview of LLMs and the business impact. My name is Abhinand, and I'll be your host for today. In this session, you will grasp the essential of AI, ML, deep learning, and generative AI. You will see how industries use AI today, from fraud detection to drug discovery, virtual try-ons, and code generation. You will actually get exposure to tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and GitHub Copilot. Then you will actually discover how prompt engineering and RAG actually sharpen AI outputs. That's everything, and you'll have an option to ask and like clear all your questions and queries on the topic. Let's just start with a very quick poll today. I just want to know what brought you guys here today. What was the motivation for you guys to join this generative AI webinar? Are you exploring in any career opportunities in AI, or you actually want to upskill without learning how to code? Or you actually are considering actually enrolling in any AI course which will actually help you get a AI job in the future, or like integrate that AI into the current job that you're doing, or because getting an AI course is the best option out there for you guys if you are planning to do that. Or are you just here to learn something very new, which you won't use any time in the future, but you actually want to know? Let me know, guys. I want all of you guys to put your votes in the poll now. In this world of AI, I actually want to know on the changes that is happening right now. I just want to know why you actually decided to attend this webinar. All this new companies launching new programs. I recently one more information for you guys from November 1st to 2nd or something. ChatGPT is gonna the Go version of ChatGPT will be free for all Indians. So everyone is investing in AI. Everyone wants people to use AI, but do you know how to use AI? Will you be able to uh, be with the better people who actually use AI? That will be a doubt right now. Once you please do put in the words, guys, then we'll move on with the webinar. Great. Okay. See a lot of response today. Amazing. All right, perfect. We have enough response now. Let's begin. I don't want to delay anything. So before I hand it on to a speaker, here is a very quick intro to Great Learning. So we are India's leading edtech platform, and we have helped 18,000 plus professionals switch career through industry relevant and expert-led programs. We have university partners like IIT Bombay, MIT, and we have trained over 12 million learners across 170 plus countries. We had delivered 400 million plus learning hours and we have earned a rating of 4.8 out of 5. Now I'm very, very thrilled to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Onkar Gaikwad. He is an AI/ML professional and industry mentor with over 15 years of experience spanning data science, analytics, and technical education. His expertise lies in designing and delivering high impact training programs in areas such as machine learning, deep learning, NLP, Gen AI for both tech and non tech audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Abhinan. So, guys, let me just try start sharing my screen. Okay. All right. I hope my screen is visible and I'm audible, loud and clear. Right?
Yes, sir, you are. You are visible and audible to me. Guys, can you let me know if sir is visible and audible for you guys in the chat box? Can you guys type in a yes?
Great.
Perfect.
Thanks.
It's a
Thank you.
yes. Yep.
All right. So,
Can
let's begin. To begin with, let's see what is there in the agenda. There is a lot of buzz around today. ML, AI, Gen AI, Chat GPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. Airtel is offering this kind of AI free with their every prepaid subscription or a postpaid subscription. There was a news which rolled out a couple of days back that Chat GPT is offering free subscription to everybody in India for a year for Chat GPT Pro version. So what is this all about, right? So let's look at it. So what we'll do is we'll just see what are some key terminologies in the world of data. What are some terminologies that we use? We'll look at what are some applications of Gen AI, right? Then we'll look at architecture in Gen AI, which is called the RAG, right? Don't get overwhelmed by the definition or that particular full form of that word, retrieval augmented generation. It's very simple. I'll tell you in very simple words what is it actually doing. We'll see what are some tools that we use for Gen AI. We'll also see what is prompt engineering, and we'll see some Gen AI trends. Very quickly overview, right? So to begin with, what are some key terminologies? Now, if I say Gen AI is a subset of the deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence, it becomes very confusing, right? So I'll tell it to you the other way. So AI, you might want to look at AI as it is a computer, a machine, or a robot which has some limited intelligence. Something like when I pick up my phone, right, like this, I show my face, my phone is unlocked, right? Some intelligence, right? Something like I'm browsing on Amazon. Okay, I want to buy a wireless keyboard. So Okar goes on Amazon, says I want to buy a wireless keyboard. The moment he says I want to buy a wireless keyboard, he picks up his keyboard, maybe a Logitech one or something like that. At the bottom, he gets a pop-up saying people who bought a wireless keyboard also bought a wireless mouse with it. And dear customer, if you buy it together now, we'll give you this percent discount on the total deal. So what is it doing? Recommending. It's an AI, limited intelligence. Now that is the topmost circle here, AI. Now let's look at what is machine learning. Machine learning is the part of data science where we are giving an input to the computer and we are showing this is the output. I'm saying this is my photograph and give me this is Onkar. I'm saying this is some data, some variables, some details of a hotel booking, and this was cancelled. So I give a lot of data like this. I tell the computer, the algorithm or the model, you know what, figure out how to get this. In turn, what happens? Machine starts learning from the patterns, the historical patterns, the historical trends. It comes up with some formula. The machine says, okay, this Y is a function of this x, either this x or all these x's. It comes up with some formula, okay, some function. Maybe it's a rule-based function. Maybe it's a distance-based function. Maybe it's a probability-based function. Maybe it is a simple linear function or a sigmoid function, right? This it learns by itself. This is the part of machine learning. I'll not be explaining more on machine learning, deep learning. I can go on for hours, but today's session is on Gen AI, so I want to go to the Gen AI part today, right? Deep learning is again a subset of machine learning. So in here, we are dealing with data which is computationally very heavy. Something like an image, something like a text, something like a video, wherein if I want to create, if I want to convert an image and give it as an input to an algorithm, okay, now I convert this image into numbers. Believe me, I'm not going to tell you the mathematics of how you will actually do. Majority of you know must be already knowing it. Believe me, it is a lot of numbers which the machine has to learn from to know that okay, this is a cat. So for this, I need very sophisticated algorithms, some algorithms which can handle a very high amount of data in the form of numbers, and they can process that data, they can learn from it and come up with a method, a formula, a technique to identify what that is. So this is where your deep learning part comes in. So basically what we are trying to do is that since the human brain is the best machine available today, so in deep learning, we are using something called as neural network architecture, wherein I am trying to imitate how a brain functions. So I have a lot of neurons in my machine learning algorithm. They are learning patterns one by one by one by one. I can have many layers. I can have many neurons in the same layer, and then I'm getting an answer, right? And believe me, this architecture gives a very, very, very high accuracy, which was not possible in machine learning. Does that mean machine learning is not important? It is, because the fact is, I can explain a machine learning model to my customer, but believe me, I cannot explain a neural network to my customer because it is statistically that complicated, that complex algorithm. Then comes the Gen AI, the generative AI. So it is nothing but an AI which is taking an input from you, and based on your ask, it is generating a new output based on whatever it was earlier trained on. So, for example, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is trained on a lot of data, right? Lot of data from the internet. By the way, does anybody know how much is ChatGPT trained on? What is the data? How much amount of data is ChatGPT trained on? Anyone? I'll pause for a second. Let's see. Anyone knows how much data is ChatGPT trained on? Okay, I'll tell the answer. It is trained on all the data on internet, all the text data, all the image data on internet till June 2023, right? So much data it learned, right? And from that, if I ask it something, first it is able to understand my English. Whatever I'm writing it in English, it is able to understand the meaning of that word. It is able to understand the context of that word and giving me a reply. That's why when a chat GPT replies, it replies like this. We think it is giving us an answer. Actually, it is predicting the next word based on whatever it learned from in the use corpus that was used in training. So it is generating, and this AI, which can generate either images, text, video, audio, is what we call a Gen AI. Now, the fact is, right? Somebody has asked something, 200 plus billion, that is the parameters. You are very right. 200 plus billion are the parameters that are used. Okay. Now you will see we have looked at artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI. Where is data science? So now data science, guys, is the umbrella. Below which there are a lot of things, not only Gen AI. not only AI, not only machine learning. So data science is a mix of all this. Data science requires us to have the knowledge of computer science and technology because we are dealing with machines. You want to learn machines. You want to be able to operate machines. You want to learn machine learning and deep learning to be able to give particular commands to make models, make algorithms. And to know that, we need to have some knowledge of mathematics and statistics, right? Software development, because when I'm giving a model as a product, it has to be a software it is to be deployed, right? There's a lot of research that I do on the historical data, so I need to be kind of analytical, right? And obviously, I have to have domain knowledge because if there is a domain which I don't understand, maybe I have experience of say 17 years in an IT industry, and the client that comes to me is from healthcare domain. If I don't understand the domain, I cannot give him a good solution. So I have to have domain understand. So this all together is data science. So data science is a very big umbrella. It also, apart from all this, it also deals with data management, something like SQL, which you use to access databases. It all comes in data science, right? So now enough of data science and ML and deep machine learning and deep learning. Let's go to Gen AI. Now, if I want to look at where can I apply generative AI and AI which can generate. So if I look at the applications in the retail sector, it can be used very well for a fraud detection. I'll take an example. I go to the bank ATM and I withdraw, you know, an amount of 2 lakh rupees from the ATM. My usual amount that I withdraw is anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000. Immediately I get a message. Is this you who is doing the transaction? They're trying to detect the fraud based on what? Patterns. There's an algorithm working which knows, okay, this particular transaction is not the usual pattern. Please send email, send a message to the customer. I'll tell you, Citibank, people were they were so into AI that I tried to withdraw a very huge amount of cash from their ATM. I actually got a call when I was there standing there in the ATM that sir, we see that there is somebody trying to withdraw cash of so and so amount. Are you the one? Are you authorizing this particular transaction? So it helps. It does wonders. So customer segmentation. Maybe I have a huge customer database. I want to segment them into at average purchasing customer, very top value purchasing customers, and customers whose purchase power I can increase. Maybe I want to run some campaigns. So I want some customers recommendation. Price optimization. Today, price optimization has become the major challenge. I'll give you an example. If I am a person who's selling used cars. Okay. So I want to know what is the price of this car in the market today. And if there is an AI which can give me the price of that car, I just give the model, the make, the year of manufacture, how many kilometers it has driven, if it is the first owner, second owner, third owner, which city is it in, all those details if I give, and if it can give me that this is the X amount is the price today for this used car in the market, I will not sell it for anything below that, right? Image recognition. Can someone tell me there was a very big event in India very recently, and everybody from the whole world came to that event, and it was in news, and it stayed for around more than a month, and it was very much in news. Can you tell me what event that was where AI, this particular image recognition and face detection, was used to the fullest? Anyone? I'm looking at the chat box now just to check if anybody is giving an answer. Okay, so that particular event was Mahakumbh. Do you guys remember? Every day they were publishing numbers. Today till afternoon, there were 63 lakh people who have visited Mahakumbh. Yesterday, there were 1.5 crore people who visited. Do you think there was somebody sitting with a pen and paper and entering everybody's Aadhaar's detail? The answer is no. How they did it was they installed thousands of CCTVs. Now, these CCTVs were capturing images, trying to detect faces. Now, this particular AI had a couple of jobs. It has to first recognize an image or a face as a human's face. because there were animals also there, right? And then it has to take out the possibility of that particular face being duplicated because there were thousands of cameras. Omkar, if Omkar has visited Mahakum, it could have been captured in any of the cameras or all the cameras, majority of the cameras. So it will eradicate that duplicacy and then it will take it as a count. This is how the numbers were actually published, right? Virtual try-on, right? This is where my Gen AI example comes in. Virtual try-on. I go to trends now. You go to trends and there they have clothes there. You just scan the tag and you stand in front of that mirror and it will tell you how you will look in that cloth, that particular merchandise. Virtual product personalization. I got a product, I want to personalize it. I am trying to probably renovate my house, right? You have seen that ad, right? You just click a picture of that room, upload it on AI. AI will tell you what all you can do. The best personalization for your work, which paint you should use. Virtual shopping assistant, 24/7. There's a virtual bot available. I can keep on asking him questions about my shopping requirement. It will tell me, right? These are some applications in the retail world for AI, right? Let's take for healthcare, patient risk stratification. Based on the patient's medical history, can AI tell me which are the patients which are very critical, which are the patients which are less critical, and which are the patients which are not at all infected only. They have just come like that because they thought they're infected, right? So that I can give particular necessary treatment to that particular patient. Likelihood of readmission, that person just got discharged. Okay. Based on the past history, that AI can tell you that this patient or maybe his discharge is again visiting your clinic for regular follow-ups. My mother goes, right? She was admitted for some issues. Now she goes for regular follow-ups every month. And if her doctor is using that AI, he can easily tell, okay, Mrs. Gaikwad, you might want to if this is how it goes on. If you're not taking the medicines on time, if you're skipping your meals, you might I would have to readmit you. What if an AI can tell you this? Yeah. Disease outbreak prediction. It's something like predicting the hotspots of COVID. This was done using AI, right? Some deep learning examples for Gen AI. Drug discovery. Earlier, discovering a drug would take a lot of time. But using deep learning models of Gen AI, we can actually do drug discovery much faster. Medical image segmentation. I have all the medical images. By the way, I don't know how many of you guys are aware. There is something wrong called as a medical repository, which is maintained by every authority in every country. All the medical images are stored there. What if I can segment them? My AI can segment them, right? Dogbot. What if you could speak to your dog? And we were doing that, right? We were doing that when it was COVID, right? We were speaking to a doctor, a dog bot for the initial diagnosis of the issue, right? Medical image synthesis. What if I can generate synthetic image? I mean, duplicate image for teaching the young interns, right? Personalized treatment plan. Everybody uses this. Everybody has a bag nowadays, right? On his hand. Goes to jogging, walks steps. You come home and then you check the app. Okay, oh, I've walked so many steps. So many calories are burned. Now I have to only eat this much calorie. My wife actually weighs how much roti she has to eat, how much rice she has to. She waits and then she puts in that app. And that app tells me, okay, this is this many calories. You can eat it. Right? AI is doing wonders nowadays, right? I'm just going to the next slide. Now let's look at the uh, application of Gen AI in technology. Network intrusion detection. What if an AI can tell you that there's somebody who's trying to hack your system, right? Web traffic prevention. If my AI can give me What are the times when the web traffic is expected to increase? I can keep my servers ready, right? Autonomous driving vehicles, Tesla, right? I don't have to explain Tesla, right? It drives by itself. IT chatbot. Gone are the days that I have to call up the IT support and keep on waiting till there somebody picks up somewhere in the world and then he starts answering my IT related question. There are chatbots which are very sophisticated using these Gen AI tools like ChatGPT and all. I ask it a question, it tells me. It not only tells me in text, it can even voice it out, right? And give me IT support. Speak recognition for security. We all have that. No? You've seen that movies that my name is this, only then the lock opens, something like that. It is actually true. People are doing it, right? Code generation. Copilot can generate code like anything. GitHub Copilot. I just have to tell, okay, I want to write a program which will help me to, analyze some particular data on this particular domain, and then I want to give a prediction on how if that particular customer will be fraud or not. And so, please give me a data in Python. Please give me the code in Python. It gives you, and the code you just have to copy paste in Python run. So nowadays, gone are the days when you used to do learn coding to learn machine learning, to learn data science, to write programs. Nowadays, it is the age of no code ML. You don't have to learn codes. Why? Because you have got ChatGPT, which can do everything. But can you actually use it? The fact is, 90% of Indians are using ChatGPT to write essays. Do you guys know the IQ of ChatGPT? It is only a couple of numbers less than the IQ of Einstein. So you have an Einstein in your laptop and you don't know how to use it. Yeah. Marketing campaign generation. I'm a salesperson. I want to check what campaigns I can generate. I've generated based on the campaigns. It is automatically sending emails, automatically sending messages. It is, if somebody is interested, it is again sending a response also, right? Virtual workspaces. Right now, we are speaking on a virtual workspace, right? Zoom meeting, right? As good as we are together. Yeah. Now, this brings us to, let me just tell you what are large language models. So, ChatGPT, Gemini, these are all large language. What are they? Large. Large means they are trained on a huge corpus of data, right? And they have got a billions of parameters. Parameters means the knobs which you can adjust to slightly tweak and get better output. So those many billion parameters, that amount of data, everything on internet, all the Wikipedia articles, all the Reddit articles, everything on the internet till June 2023. Now imagine what immense of data. If you actually ask a person to read all that, he will take what? Years, right? And maybe he will read it, but will he memorize it? Will he remember it? He will not, right? So that is the amount of data. That's why they are called as large. And since it is dealing with text, it is called language. And since it predicts the next word, it is called model. And it does not only predict the next word, it predicts the next word in context of what you are asking. That's why it's called large language model. ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, these are all LLMs. Yeah. Now, if I ask ChatGPT a particular question, can I be sure of accuracy and relevance? That's a problem. Because if I ask it in my particular company where I'm working, what is the amount of turnover they have? Now, if my company has made it public, only then my LLM will be able to respond. Otherwise, I cannot trust the accuracy rate and the relevance. As far as efficient knowledge utilization is concerned, does it actually know? What if it doesn't know? It starts giving you anything, right? If that LLM doesn't know that answer, it will beat around the bush, right? Cost. If I want to make my own LLM, right? If I want to make my own LLM, I have to give it so much data. I have to train it for months together. It takes a lot of time to train, right? And then my model is ready. What if there is some change in policies in my organization? Again, train the data. again wait for those many months, then that model is ready. It is not feasible. Time, see, both cost wise also and time wise also. As far as user experience is concerned, a user may not get an answer, but he has to double check it, right? Well, because he doesn't know. Chat GPT has access to so many documents. I don't know from which document it has picked up and if it is relevant to my particular question, my particular organization, right? What if I ask it a question which has not, it was not a part of its training? It will not be able to answer it. It will hallucinate. It will beat around the bush. It will not give me a straight answer. I don't know, right? It will beat around the bush, right? So continuously retraining the model to incorporate new information, new policy changes, new changes is time consuming and very costly. What if I could have a large language model only for me? I'm a corporate. I've got my own policies. I don't want to even share it with all because the moment I start using Chat GPT, my data is also going in. No, happens, right? You are speaking to someone on phone regarding a topic. Like I recently shifted to Gandhinagar, and when I shifted, I was staying in a hotel, the complimentary stay, and I used to speak to my wife for every day. That I went to this area for to look at a home on rent that area, and suddenly I see that whatever reels I'm getting is of homes available in Gandhinagar. So if I give my company's data, if I use a public LLM like ChatGPT and Gemini, what about what if whatever it gives my data also? I'm scared, right? So I want something for me, for my company, for my organization. Any company, my any employee in my organization, if he has to know has a query, he has to go to that particular department, ask the department stakeholder. That stakeholder will give him the information. Then he takes. Why? Why can't he have a chatbot wherein he can just type his query and he gets the answer as per his clearance? If he's not clear if he's not authorized for that information, it should give. You are not authorized, right? So can I have something like that? The answer is yes. And to do this, I use something called as retrieval augmented generation. To tell you very quickly what is RAG is, I am creating a large language model, not from scratch. I am taking the learnings that the chat GPT has, how to understand text, how to reply to a text. Then I am giving it my company documents as information. It is taking that the information that it is taking is from my documents, learning from the chat GPT or Gemini and mixing that together. I am using a chatbot which is AI powered for any query for my company purpose. Technically, this is what is RAG, right? You want to know more, you want to know how to create a RAG without even coding, you want to know how to create AI applications without coding, you would have to join the program because we cannot cover everything in this small session. So that's why I'm telling you what all we can do this, right? You have to learn it, right? Now this is how the RAG architecture looks like. I'm a user, I put a query. That is what is called as a prompt, right? I put my prompt and my query. Now that query, the second step is it is searching for the relevant information from the document that I have uploaded, right? From the data that I have uploaded in my from my organization. Once it finds, it gives it back to the system. Now the system combines the prompt, the query, and the information it got together, the context, right? And then it goes to that LLM trained model, which I got a pre-trained model. I got this model. Now this will process the prompt and query based on only this context, which is picked up only from my company documents. And then it will generate a response, and the system will show that response to the user. So my thing is solved. I did not have to invest a lot to train a whole new LLM. Second, I'm also very much at ease because my information is not going outside because my LLM is not even accessing internet. It is an intranet in the company. You have no in the intranet in the company. You open a public particular site, it will open only in the company. It will not open outside company. Or even if you want to open it outside company, you have to join through VPNs. Everybody has gone through that COVID area. Everybody knows how work from home work. You have to first join in VPN, secured access, then you get access to the company server. Right? It's something like this. So this is a customized large language model which has information only from my company and I can give access based information. This is what is right. And believe me, giants like Wipro, Deloitte, Accenture, everybody is now stressing people to get trained on AI, to know what Gen AI is. Start using Gen AI tools, right? What are some Gen AI tools? So there are two kinds of tools, okay, when it comes to Gen AI. The first kind of tool is open source, free of cost. And what are these free of cost tools? Like Llama, Mistral, Whisper, DeepSeek. I can use any of these models. These are publicly available. I just download that model, right? I can tweak it if I want as per my requirement. That means my cost and time of actually training a model, the cost involved, the time involved is saved, and I just tweak that model as per my requirement. I give my information, use the training, and get the output. What we saw just now, the RAG architecture, any of these, and all these are damn good models. You will see majority of the startups today are have actually started using their own LLMs, and they are using one of these. Now, Whisper is an open AI model which is for speech recognition, right? Mistral is something which business houses use. Llama is something which small time businesses or individuals can use, right? Every LLM has its own pros and cons, right? But they are available online free of cost. I'm looking at the chat window. Somebody has written. Is this called custom GPT? No, this is not custom GPT. Well, I'm very new. I don't know if there's something called a custom GPT also, but this is called the RAG architecture. So I'm customizing my LLM. That is what I'm doing, right? So GPT, technically, Chat GPT, because they named it Chat GPT. OpenAI named it Chat GPT. GPT is nothing but generative pre-trained transformer. Transformer is the architecture which it is using. So GPT has a full form, right? All right, let's go ahead. Let me see if somebody else knows anything. Why would anyone learn AI code if the LLMs are far ahead in tech and have tech investments? Yeah, you will not learn AI code, but you will at least have a look. You should be able to understand. If you want to develop something, you have to give it some commands, right? You cannot have a chat GPT connected to your SQL server and chat GPT is taking everything from that SQL server of your company. You can't have that. You have to develop a LLM which will have source code as your company's documents. Okay? Maybe I want to make some changes. Maybe Chat GPT is giving me. I asked Chat GPT to make an app. It made an app, but it is not as per my requirement. So I tell Chat GPT, okay, to change this, change that. So it doesn't do. It will give you the code. Go and put it. You should at least know what that code is. And you should be able to read it. If you're not able to write a code, at least should be able to read it, understand what that is doing. It is okay. Go ahead and put it. Right? So it is you are not learning coding, right? Okay. So these are some models that are available for free, open source. Then we have got proprietary models, which are like paid models. The pros is it is very easy to use. And the UX that they give you, because I paid, so they'll give me a good UX, hello Onkar, good morning, there, that, all that memories and everything and everything, everything. But I cannot customize it. If I have to customize, I have to pay it again, right? And I'm also a little concerned about data privacy using proprietorship. Because when I'm using a open source, I am cutting its things from the internet. I'm just downloading that model using the learning. But when it is proprietary, They are giving it. So I am not sure. Yes, they guarantee you that your data is private. But I have that little fear. So what are some paid tools that I can use? Something like Chat GPT, Google Gemini, Amazon Bedrock. Amazon Bedrock is amazing, guys. It is, you can say, your mm, tool to combine all this and get one good service, right? It is a very nice tool to use managed Gen AI applications, right? GitHub Copilot. This is a go-to tool for programmers, people who are coding. Majority of the code is in big companies, Wipro, Accenture, Deloitte, Infosys. They have increased their productivity by using this tool because they don't go in the details of taking out bugs, finding the bug, fixing the bug. They give it to the AI. It is helping them. So that doesn't mean they have stopped looking writing code. They are still writing. They are just taking. So it is, as I said, the IQ of a AI is little 4 or 5 digits below the IQ of Einstein. Now I'm not giving you the numbers. Find out. Okay, use a ChatGPT literally. So what they are doing is using. So you have as much as an Einstein on in your laptop, but do you know how to use it? That is the main question today. People are saying AI are taking jobs. AI is not taking jobs. People like me or people, all the other people who know how to use AI, they are taking your job, right? And as I could see, somebody said, I want to shift my career. I want to learn AI for career advancement. So this is exactly what is happening. Companies have made it a mandate. My sister works in Infosys. She has to mandatory complete that AI training and score good. That means she has to understand what she's learned. So harmonizing mechanism behind custom GPT is RAG. Okay, all right. Maybe I'm because I have not heard this word custom GPT. RAG is customized LLM. That much I can say, right? Maybe people call it different way also. Right? Now I will tell you a fun story. Chat GPT. Why I'm saying people don't know how to use it. Chat GPT will give you what you ask. It will give you exactly what you ask. So whatever you ask, you'll get a response. This is where the majority of the jobs are coming in. Something called as prompt engineer. So a prompt engineer for a healthcare has to be somebody who understands healthcare domain. A prompt engineer for a design studio has to be someone who understands design. So design person, if he does a Gen AI course, he is the best candidate for a prompt engineer position in a design studio. A healthcare person, if he does the Gen AI course, he is the best person for a prompt engineer in a healthcare domain. Yeah, somebody's typed something again. Then what all AI tools we should learn as learners? Learn ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. All are good tools. I will not say this tool is better, that tool is better. Every tool has its own specialty. Some tools, some AIs are very good in reasoning. Some AIs are very good in coding. Some AIs are very good in content creation. Some people AIs are very good in image creation. So I'm giving a very simple prompt. How I do the prompt, and believe me, there is a very handsome salary which a good prompt engineer draws. They are actually drawing very good salary. But that prompt engineer has to understand the domain. Only then he can create that. So how I tweak my prompt, how I am using the correct prompt to get the best answer in the first go. Because if I keep on doing multiple try, if it is a free account, we all know ChatGPT gives a message. Your number of free attempts have expired. Please come after 24 hours. Or if it is a paid one, I am paying. There are a set of queries that you can run, right? Something like an SQL. People say, no, the SQL query has to be apt and concise and the fastest. Why? Because majority of the cloud storage providers give you cloud storage for free, but majority of the times. I'm not saying always. but they charge you for the number of queries you are running and the number of the time it is taking to run that query. Same way, if you are if you are to pay for every query, which we actually do, even if ChatGPT is free, it gives you only limited tokens free, right? So if I can write a query in the first go, I'm saving on both resources and time. That is why prompt engineers have become so special today, right? So I'm saying translate hi to French. So it is saying hi in French is salute, which is informal, or bonjour, which is more formal. Now I can't speak French, so I don't know how to pronounce bonjour. I don't know. They say bonjour, something like that. I don't know, right? So it has given a general answer. But I don't want that. I want a specific answer. So I again saying translate hi to French. This is what it is giving me. Now I'm saying translate hi into French and mention only the formal form. Don't give me the casual form, informal one. Which one do you think will be the answer? Say if I say this is one, this is two, this is three. Can somebody tell me in chat window which one would be the answer? Right? Two, that's correct. So it will say hi, I'm formal. French is informal. The French is bonjour. In sorry, in hi informal French is bonjour. You're very correct. Absolutely. Right? So I have changed my prompt. Now, if I say translate hi into French and mention only the formal form, don't say anything else, it is saying bonjour. This is what I wanted. But then I had to give three options. So if I know how to create a prompt, what are the parameters required to get the correct prompt go in the first go itself? I don't have to give so much time, right? I don't have to go through so many responses to see if the response was correct or not, as per my requirement or not, right? I can see people have posted some questions. I'm just about to finish in another 2 minutes. Then I will take questions whichever I can in the first 5 minutes, right? What are some industry trends? It is said Gen AI could add up to 2.6 to 4.4 trillion dollars annually to the global economy. That is the potential of Gen AI, right? Now, across industry, it is being adopted in be it banking, retail, telecoms. You know, Gen AI is moving beyond the pilot stages. Now it is the main production tool. Earlier, people were testing Gen AI. Now it has become a part of their production tool, and the efficiency, the productivity of the companies have increased. A person, if he has the correct Gen AI tool, if he knows how to handle that Gen AI tool, he can do the work of 10 people alone. Yeah. And with the rise of agentic Gen AI, agentic is nothing. A Gen AI agent is something, a program which can do multiple tasks. So if I say, plan a trip to Manali for this date, it will plan the trip. It will see which are the cheapest hotel. It will book that cheapest hotel. If you have given the access to your car details. It will also plan your flight itinerary. It will see which is the best one. Normally book the tickets. It will then give you all that information in an email format in your email box. Somebody, agent, Siri is an agent, right? I say Siri, turn on the AC. It's an agent. It's doing something for me. So that is what is agentic AI. And with the rise of this, now this is the main thing. Now they have got not only an AI which could do one work at a time. I can also have an agentic AI which can do multiple works at a time. Right? Now they have gone into autonomy. Now what Microsoft says is that AI powered agent systems that autonomously execute multiple steps will surge in 2025, enabling intelligence on tap. This is the term, this is the phrase that Microsoft has given for agentic AI and freezing professionals from routine work, right? And with the governance ethics, in place, what are some governance steps? We want to know that AI is giving us the correct answer. It is not hallucinating. It is not beating around the bush. Right? It is ethical. It is not giving bias to a specific race or country or ethnicity. Right? It is in place. With all this in place, AI is the market that you want to go. Right? Now, I am done with my part of technical thing. Before I close, I can take a couple of questions if somebody has. Only a couple of questions. Rest we'll take at the end of the session. We have dedicated 10 4 minutes. I can say I want some hands-on rack practice. Please explain the agentic AI in more detail. Obviously, I'll do that, dear. In the program, you will get detailed explanation of everything. What I have done is I've touched only the top of the whole module. You're going to learn a lot. And believe me, you will be able to make your own AI models, even agentic AIs, right? But it takes a lot of, it's a detailed course, right? So I cannot cover everything today. As a beginner, what kind of core skills should we cover in AI? You don't need to have a code. What did I say? Somebody from a design background. He is non-technical. But if he learns how to use Gen AI, he is the best prompt engineer for a design studio. And that design studio will be happy to have him because when he comes, he will be replacing 5 people who are doing manual work, designing using hand, making drawing. If this guy he will just give a command to the Einstein in his laptop, his chat GPT. And that chat GPT will give it everything. But you should know how to ask. That is the main question. All right, any more questions?
So we'll give them time to ask their questions. In the
Ah,
meantime, I
okay.
think South can take it up and you can address towards the end of the webinar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perfect, sir.
So we will last 10 minutes we can have for questions. So think guys, if you have any technical questions, I'm available here online, right?
So guys, so if you guys have any questions or any queries, please do ask in the chat box. Sir will be taking all those things up. Now we'll transition to a newer session where we will actually guide you through why it's actually important to take up a course or something like that to upskill yourself. So for that, I'll introduce Mr. Mohammed Saud. Mohammed Saud is a senior manager at Great Learning with over 6 years of experience. And he has let thousands make smarter career decisions into tech. And today he will be giving you directions on the same. Over to you, Saud.
Thank you so much, Abhinand. First of all, I hope my screen is visible, I'm audible, and you people are able to see me as well, right?
Yes, I am able to see you.
Okay, okay, that's great. So to kickstart, I mean, always and always I interact with Onkar sir or get in sessions wherein he is acknowledging things. There is a lot that I take from him. I will start from very important thing to what he stated. Uh, AI essentially is not going to take the career opportunity. However, people those who are leveraging AI to make their work easier and using data science and generative AI, they will be the people who will be sailing the upcoming wave in the corporate market right now. Okay, so I suppose all of you would have came across a lot of options available out there in the market. I will talk about what essentially are the factors that you should consider while choosing a data science or an artificial intelligence program. Okay, so talking about the green flags, you should make sure that you are learning the relevant skills that are required in the job market. Okay, so there are a specific key skill sets that the corporate is currently demanding with regards to the opportunities in the domain of AI and data science. Okay, so you should make sure whenever you are learning data science or AI, you should be learning what's demanded in the market. Okay, whereas the red flag out here is learning from an outdated curriculum. I mean, if you're going to learn things what used to be implemented in AI and data science 3 to 5 years back, probably it's not going to give you any outcome with regards to leveraging data science and AI at work or ultimately looking for a career transition. The second point out here is globally recognized institution. So if in case you will be learning this from a globally recognized player, one thing that you will absolutely be getting is a top notch learning, because out of a lot of batches that have been delivered, the institute or the organization would have learned a lot of things, and they have made a set of changes in the program as well, right? The red flag out here is learning from a local player, because if in case you learn from a local player, you will have just limited value across employers, because these local players will not be known in the market. Okay. The third and the most important point is industry experts and seasoned academicians. Okay. So, data science and AI, if I talk about the basic, what is required in these domains is basic of mathematics and statistics. So, you should make sure that you are getting taught from the faculties and the mentors, those who come with an educational as well as professional background that has to do with maths and stats, not someone who has recently learned data science or AI and has been an ex faculty for BTech in any of the subjects or streams, or MBA any subjects or the stream. So you should learn from the right set of industry experts and faculties. Learning it from a single star probably will give you just the basic understanding, because they have learned things very recently, so they will not be able to impart a lot of knowledge on the domain. Okay. The last but not the least, hands-on case studies. It's very important that you learn the practical part of how things are working out, and not just the theory. So gone are the times wherein which definitions used to be asked in the interviews. If in case I talk about the current situations, you will be getting rows and columns of data set, and they will ask you to apply machine learning algorithm, for example, and to give you the most accurate and precise result. This is what is demanded in the market right now. Okay. So these essentially are the factors that you should consider while choosing an AI or a data science program. Now, understanding the need in the market, we have come up with a Microsoft Accelerator program. Now, let me talk about the program and the offerings. Okay. So, this program offers you a flexibility wherein you can learn at your own pace. Okay. This program offers 30 plus hours of expert video content, which is going to be live sessions. Okay. You will have weekly live sessions with industry experts, and there will be an option to re-attend these live sessions as well. Let me explain it in a much better way. So, the pedagogy of learning goes like this. Like by the start of the week or by the end of the week, we are going to be releasing you with certain content like class recording or pre-recorded videos. So firstly, you need to go through them. Now once you go through them, for sure you will be having some or the other doubts and questions, right? Now once you have doubts and questions, you will be having a live virtual session, which is going to be a combination of three things. The first one would be a summarization or a debrief of the topics that you have gone through. The second one would be giving you a real time case study to showcase how this topic is being used on a daily basis so that you can simplify your work. And last but not the least, you will have the utmost opportunity to unmute yourself and to ask questions and concerns. Okay. Now, once this is done, you will be having an assignment, quiz, or a project work on the basis of which you're going to be evaluated on the topic. Okay. Now, coming back to the flexibility, the duration of the program, if we talk about, is exactly 3 months. However, we are giving you a flexibility to complete the course in the duration of 9 months. So, what all additional flexibilities or what all additional benefits you're getting because of this? The first one is you will have the utmost opportunity to attend the live sessions over and over again whenever we are conducting it. So just to tell you, in the gap of 3 to 4 weeks, we always repeat the live sessions. So if in case, let's just suppose 3 months you're done with the program, and you feel like while leveraging things at your work, or while doing or while working on a project, you want to revise anything or you came across any question, you can re-attend those sessions over and over again. And just for there won't be any further additional charges over and above to the basic fee structure of the program. Also, the course comes with 4 real world projects. Along with that, there are going to be 20 plus case studies in the course. This is a co-branded certificate coming from Microsoft and Great Learning. The program does offers career support, including interview preparations and resume reviews. Now, how exactly have we designed the program? We have done a research on what essentially are the skills that most of the top companies are looking at. So we have done an analysis on 100 plus job descriptions. So if in case you will be looking for career opportunities in the domain of Gen AI, artificial intelligence, or data science, these will be the skills that are required. For example, in the job description, you will be able to see Python programming as a skill. What essentially it requires: comprehensive Python, NumPy, and Pandas. We are going to be covering in the program. Supervised and unsupervised machine learning, regression, tree-based methods, clustering. That is what we will be covering in the course. Deep learning basics, neural networks, CNNs, and transfer learning. It's going to be a part of the program. NLP and generative AI, transformers, ChatGPT, prompt engineering, RAGs, and vector DBs. So all what is required in the job description for the profile of data scientist, or anything that has to do with generative AI or artificial intelligence, this is all we are going to be covering in the course. Now, talking about the curriculum, we will be starting from the foundation building, covering introduction to data science and Python. Then we will be moving to data science and AI techniques, that covers Python and statistics foundation, machine learning, generative AI, and computer vision foundation, introduction to SQL and model deployment. And there will be additional modules as well that will be on data visualization using Tableau and time series forecasting. The tools that we will be covering in the course will include Python, SQL, Tableau, NumPy, Panda, so on and so forth. So this curriculum is essentially what the corporate is currently demanding when they're looking for professionals with regards to career opportunities of data science, AI, or generative AI. And we have taken help from multiple organizations to design this particular curriculum. The other green flag that I talked about is learning the practical skills, having hands on understanding so that you can demonstrate real world problems and you can work on those particular problems and you can showcase it to the potential recruiters, those who are looking to hire for these particular roles. So one of the examples of the projects that you will be working on is coming from automobile customer profile analysis. So all of you would have heard one of the most prominent automobile company in the world right now. I'm talking about Tesla. They have recently opened an office in Mumbai as well. The curiosity out there in a lot of your minds would be, why is Tesla as an organization growing at such a faster pace? Okay, there's only one thing that they are doing correctly and which is very important, is trying to understand their customers. Okay, so Tesla as an organization, they are trying to understand and uncover the preferences and behavioral patterns. And with this, whenever they are planning to launch a new vehicle, they make sure it is as per the feedbacks and as per the betterment what the customers are looking at. So all in all, what they're trying to do, they're trying to understand their customer better with the help of data, and the customers are themselves helping them to understand the data because they are generating it. Okay, so this is one of the projects that you will be doing in the course. Talking about the case study, it's coming from Play Store application analysis for advertisement opportunities. So what exactly a lot of advertisement companies are doing, they're trying to understand the trend of a customer, what kind of applications a customer is using, and on the basis of these searches and the applications that are present in your mobile phone, they are trying to advertise the potential applications that could be downloaded using univariate, bivariate, and multivariate analysis. With this, they are able to place their advertisement better. The second case study example is coming from medical insurance premium prediction. For example, let's suppose I am in the north part of India, right? There might be people in the webinar coming from south, east, and west as well, right? So the medical situations, what I will face being in the north part of India, will absolutely vary in the different geographies of the country, right? So as per the geography and as per the weather situation, the health conditions also vary and the medical situations also vary. So what these insurance companies are trying to do, they are trying to identify the core medical issues, and on the basis of that, they are trying to design the policies so that they can target the right set of customers and they are able to give a better pricing so that the customers can take more informed decision. Okay, so these are some of the examples of the projects and the case studies that you people will be working on. Now the most important green flag, which is faculty. So as to what I stated, the base of data science and artificial intelligence is basic of maths and stats. All the name of faculties that we have mentioned over here, these are just some of them, by the way, if you know, they have their background that has to do with maths and stats. I will just call out one of the faculties out here, which is Dr. Abhinanda Sarkar. He is an ex MIT Sloan faculty that ranks the number one institute in the world for data science and AI learning. And he himself is a PhD in statistics from Stanford University. Okay, all the profiles that we have mentioned over here, if in case you're going to have a deep dive research on their profiles, one common thing you will be able to see is all their experience educationally as well as professionally has to do with mathematics, statistics, data science, and artificial intelligence itself. Okay, so faculties are the best known people when it comes to theoretical and conceptual understanding, right? But when it comes to the practical understanding, industry experts are the best, because to what you're going to learn theoretically, they are working on these problem statements on a daily basis. They're trying to resolve it in the shortest span of time with utmost accuracy and precision, right? So we have Mr. Saurabh Bakchi, who is a vice president at JP Morgan Chase. We have Mr. Aniket Chabra, who is a principal product manager. We have Mr. Onkar Gaikwad, who has been acknowledging this session since the start. He's also one of the mentors in the program. So we have a list of mentors and experts with whom you guys are going to get a chance to interact with. Now, talking about the career support, we will be starting with the career mentoring. Okay, so all of you will be having a career mentoring masterclass. Okay, wherein which, looking at your profile, the industry mentor is going to guide you which path of AI or data science you should proceed ahead with to have the most stable career path, because again these domains are very diverse. Okay, so it's important to understand what background you're coming up with, what career path you should pursue to have a stable career path, and who could be a better person to guide you than a person who is working in the domain. Okay, then comes interview questions. So there is always some frequently asked interview questions that comes up in these roles and responsibilities. We will be helping you with regards to sharing these questions so that you are thoroughly prepared before going for interviews. Okay, resume review. So with this session, I hope all of you would have got a fair understanding that using or searching for the right keyword has become very important because of chat gpt, right? And what employers or what hrs are trying to do, they are trying to search profile with the right keyword. Okay, so what we are going to be helping you is we are going to be helping you in adding those keywords and highlighting those key skills that are required so that your resume can stand out. Then comes AI mock interviews. So all the roles that you could think of in the domain of data science and AI, okay, we will be having that as an AI mock interview practice. Whatever roles you are looking at, you can practice on these particular roles with the help of AI mock interviews, get feedbacks, train yourself again, and retry with mock interviews to make yourself prepared and much better to crack your dream opportunity. Last but not the least, talking about guided projects. So what we have seen, employers are majorly looking for hands-on experience, right? So the more number of projects that you will be adding in your resume or your LinkedIn, the better would be the chances your discussions are going to be revolving around how you have done the project, what all were the key skills or the key tools that you have used in the project, and what conclusion you were looking at. Okay, then comes with what accuracy and precision you have got the results and how much time you have taken. If you are able to have a lot of projects in your resume, trust me, the discussions will be more about just the practical expertise that you have gained while learning. Okay, so that's all what we provide in the career support for the program. Now, talking about this particular month, which is Festival of Growth, right? So currently we are offering a scholarship of 15,000 at this point of time in the program. There's something important that I would like to highlight here. Why you should start upskilling yourself in the current month. Okay. So the first thing is you can align your career for the peak hiring season. The peak hiring season in the market comes from January to April. Okay. And there are a lot of projects that comes up in the domain of AI, data science, and generative AI from January to April. So you can look for internal job posting, and because they will be spiked due to the number of projects that are going to be there. So there are 3x opportunities in the domain of AI, data science, and generative AI from January to April. So if you start your learnings right now, there are higher chances to get your desired career opportunity and leverage data science and AI at work. So there is a research that has been done by artificial intelligence jobs.co.in, and as per the research, they say there are 3x job opportunities around this time in comparison to the other months of the calendar. Okay. Now, talking about the course, we are closing down the batches tomorrow. The fee for the program is 45,000 plus GST. That comes to around 53,100. The name of the program is Microsoft Accelerator Program in Data Science and AI. Okay. For you to kickstart your learning, you will be required to pay the initial admission fees for the course, which is 5,000 plus GST, that is 5,900. As you are a part of the webinar, you are eligible for a scholarship of 15,000 rupees, which is going to be valid for the next two learners, those who will be enrolling for the program, because we are closing down the batches and we have a batch which is planned on 2nd of November. Okay. So post the scholarship discount, the final fee for the program will be costing you 30,000 plus GST, which is 35,400. And there are EMI options available as well. Okay. So you can pay 5,900 and the rest of the amount is going to be converted into EMIs, wherein monthly EMI approximately will be costing you 5,040 rupees approximately. Okay. And the promo code to get the scholarship is webinar 15. Okay. Now, let me just give all of you a walkthrough of the other benefit. So if in case you are interested to enroll for the program within the next 24 hours, you can also be eligible for an additional 500 Amazon voucher, which will be available for the next two learners, those who are enrolling with us within the next 24 hours. Okay. Now let me talk about the steps with which you can enroll. Meanwhile, I will request the host to share all of you with the link for the website. So when you tap on the link for the website, you will be able to see an option that says enroll now. Once you tap on enroll now, you will be redirected to an application page. Okay. In this application page, you have to enter your personal details and professional details. Once you're done with that, you have to tap on continue. Once you tap on continue, it will be redirecting you towards towards the payment page. Okay. So in the payment page, what exactly you have to do? You have to mention webinar 15. You have to tap on apply. Once you tap on apply, you will be able to see webinar 15 with 15,000 promo waiver applied, and it's going to be mentioned over here as well. Okay. Then you tap on the admission fee as an option, and you can proceed with pay with debit or credit card as an option. Okay. Post that, you will be redirected to the payment page. You can use any of the options that includes UPI. You can go for EMI options, or I mean, the card EMI is also available, debit or credit card EMIs. I mean, anything that works for you with regards to payment as per your choice. You can choose any of the options. So meanwhile, I will be requesting the host to share all of you with a feedback form as well, so that you guys can fill it and make yourself eligible for the scholarship benefit. And please post in your questions and concerns. We will wait for some time and then we will take all of these questions ahead. So I hope, Mashwada, you have shared it.
Yes, I've shared the feedback form as well as the website link as well.
Sure. Let's wait for the time being. People, you can fill in the form to make yourself eligible, and then we will take it from there. Please put in your questions as well once you're done filling in the form.
I would request everyone to fill the feedback form so that also we can take any one-on-one queries if you have with our experts. So please fill the feedback form, and also you will be considered for the scholarship as well.
Good to see an overwhelming response from the learners, those who are willing to be eligible for the scholarship. We will just wait for a few more minutes and then we will take up the questions. Mashwata, I think so. We can start taking up questions slowly and gradually if they are there for me or for Onkasa.
Yes, so we'll take the first question. Someone who has logged in as VL, is asking, this is difficult to fit in 30 hours. I think this regards the program. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really sorry, I don't know the name. However, the thing is, it's not just 30 hours. If in case you're willing to complete your entire learning for the program, you have 9 months of time. Okay, in this particular program, you will be learning all the essential skill sets that are required and also that are being leveraged. So one very important thing for all of you to understand, I will just give you an example. Python as a tool has a lot of applications. Okay, it's used for coding. It's used for designing games. It's used in a lot of things. But okay, but for you to understand is how it is being used in data science, AI, or generative AI. That's the agenda. It's not important to learn everything, but it's important to learn the tool and how it's being used in a particular problem statement or in a particular technology. Okay, so all what we are covering in the program is not just 30 hours of learning. From Monday to Friday, you will also be going through class recordings or pre-recorded videos that will be coming from the experts and the faculties. Okay, that will also be an added learning that you will be having, and then the live session. So these 30 plus hours that we are talking about has just to do with the live sessions. It's not even just 30, because you can take as many as sessions. At least you have to take 30 plus hours of learning with the live session, and over and above to that, you will be going through the class recordings from Monday to Friday as per the pedagogy that I have explained. So you will be going through the class recordings, and then you will be going for the live session. So we are following a flip model of learning here. So it's not just 30%, 30 plus hours of learning, just to answer. I hope this clarifies.
So hope we have answered your question. Also, we request you to fill the feedback form so that Vikrant, yeah. Thank you for asking this question. And of course, we would love to take this question offline when you connect with us. Please fill the feedback form. You can get a fair idea of our detailed syllabus, and then you can take a call. So please fill the feedback form. So moving on to next question. This is for Onkar sir. This question is how agentic AI and Gen AI are different.
Okay, great question. But the thing is, I've given an overview already in the presentation how agentic and Gen AI are different. Gen AI is something which can do one task. Agentic AI is an agent which can help me do multiple tasks at the same time, right? So that is the basic difference and over broader point of view. Now, if you want to understand what is the architecture, how they are doing it, why they are doing it, when should I use agentic AI, when can I go in for a normal Gen AI program or a tool? I think that's a broader or more descriptive answer, and would not be possible in this particular session. It would not be fit in the scope of this session, right? So you may want to, take it up later. Yeah, when we join in detail, you will get it. Yeah.
So whoever has asked this question is anonymous. So I would request the person to please fill the feedback form. We can actually explain in detail about how our course can cater to this. Please fill the feedback form. One more
And
question. Sorry, Onkar sir, please go ahead.
yeah, the next question I can see for me is from Darshinya. As a beginner, what kind of core skills should we cover in GI or prompt engineering? I think Saud has already explained what all is covered in this course. This is a good course that you can go in for. Or you can say if you are beginner, then the sea is open. But you want to look at a particular course which is structured and organized. You know. Um, well, see, I am not being biased, but yes, I have learned from Great Learning. I have done a couple of courses from Great Learning myself. And I think Great Learning is very structured and very, organized. So this is something that you won't want to look at, Darshan. Some institute which is very organized and they handhold you. That is more important. How agentic AI and Gen AI different? I've already taken. Okay, this is a beautiful question that I see. I see AI asking collaboration from me on biocap, which is still evolving. Can we believe that? They are also apologizing for pointing out wrong calculations. Is not human more intelligent than AI? Who is this? Sudhakar Reddy. Beautiful, Sudhakar Reddy. And you are correct. AI tools are still learning and they are improving. So, we should always be very careful about what we believe from them, especially on new topics, new research verticals, or new particular methods just as biocare. If the AI does not understand the topic, it will just try to predict the answer based on whatever it was trained on. This is exactly what is known as hallucination. And when an AI is saying sorry, or if it is admitting the mistake, that's just a part of how that was designed to talk politely, not because it actually feels sorry like a human does. And you're also correct in saying humans are still more intelligent. Like we can think, we can judge, we can understand the context in a way AI cannot. So the best way to use AI is as a your assistant, as your helper that supports our work. So AI should be start of your research. It should not be the end solution because ultimately AI is not reached even 0.000005% of brain power. Humans are far much more intelligent. So we are still a lot far when an AI will actually start behaving like human. You know. So there is very far. So yes, you should be careful of AI, but yes, AI can help you do a lot of things. Yeah. So Mashwata, I don't see any more questions for me as such. Yeah.
Yes. We don't have any other question. So I would request everyone to please fill the feedback form. And if there is any question, please put in the chat below because we are towards the end of the session. We'll just wait for 1 minute more to see if there is any more question.
Yeah, in the meantime, if anybody has any questions, please to ask.
Just one thing to add for all of you in the session here. There might be a lot of generic questions that you will be having about the educational background, about the professional background, how these domains can make your career better, right? So all of these questions at times we are not able to ask, and the thing is, we will also be not able to answer all of these questions for you. That's why it's very important that you can take the utmost use of the opportunity to have a one-on-one free connect with the expert, ask n number of questions, try understanding how the program is structured, how this can help your career, and then take a decision. Okay, so people, those who want to make the use of the opportunity, it's not just about enrolling for the program, but to clarify a lot of doubts that you will be having in your mind. I will just be requesting you to make the use of the opportunity and take a call how you want to proceed ahead in your career. It's not about a piece of cake that we are thinking of here. Yeah, it's about our career, how we are planning to shape it for the next 10 to 12 years. So make the use of the opportunity. That's all what I have to say.
Yes, guys. So please to fill the feedback form. We will be helping you with the proper direction on how to take your career forward. Shweta, can you share the link once more and we'll just wait for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, I'm sharing it again. I've shared in the chat.
This, the form is shared in the chat box. You can check that again and please do fill that. Alright, guys, I think that'd be it. Thank you so much for attending today's webinar. We will be coming back with more such webinars as well. Again, like if anybody hasn't filled the feedback form, please do that. And the scholarship as well as the Amazon voucher will only be valid for the next few hours. So make sure you um take up all those things. Thank you so much for attending the webinar. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so. Thank you so.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye. Good night.